I've been kind of touting Lamar Jackson. I have a little small play, I should say, on Jared Goff that I made at a 30-1 number, kind of when they were hot, and he's still kind of at the same number, so not out of it yet. But Will, how do you go ahead and handicap this market, and what do you have, if anything, pending?
So I'm looking at it right now. We have seen a little movement based on the Chiefs having the lead here. Mahomes is up to plus 250. He is the short shot. Lamar is plus 330, as is Jalen Hurts plus 330. 2 is 5-1. Then there's a drop off. First things being first, they're not doing us any favors with these odds. When you have 3 guys that are plus 330 or lower, and then a guy 5-1, like the hold on this, it makes it tough to bet. My one bet, and I don't think it's dead. I thought it was dead a couple weeks ago. I have Purdy 22-1 I've talked about. I still think at 18-1, he's got a shot. Because let's just say the 49ers win the rest of their games, which is not impossible. You look at the schedule, it's not easy, but hey, not impossible. They're 14-3, and Purdy continues to put up these 3 touchdown games with no interceptions. He's going to be the quarterback of a 14-win team. Maybe you look at it, nobody else is pulled away. They're tired of giving it to Mahomes. He doesn't have the gaudy video game numbers he used to having. I think there's a case for Purdy where you can excuse the couple of losses. It was the middle of the season. He was concussed, bump in the road. I think Purdy at 18-1 is live. And if you're into EPA, which I know some of these voters here, they're more analytical. He leads EPA by a good margin. I think Purdy, if you're going to make a bet, if you have nothing in pocket, I think Purdy 18-1 is the bet here.
Yeah, look, I'm with you in terms of if you want to eschew the favorites, because I think, like you said, San Francisco, we'll see how many wins they end up with. But, Will, I think just based on what I've seen, I know they don't have the best record, but they're power rated number 1 for me, the San Francisco 49ers, because I think that they're the best team when they have Deebo Samuel healthy and, obviously Christian McCaffrey, who stayed relatively healthy this season, which he hasn't always been able to do. But really the key, Trent Williams on that offensive line, what a difference he makes in left tackle, because that offensive line, pretty ordinary in front of Brock Purdy when Trent Williams is not able to go. But when he's out there, that San Francisco team looking like a juggernaut right now. So I'd be absolutely with you. And I'm curious, like, how you would have these teams power rated right now.
It's interesting because I agree San Francisco is the best team. When they're healthy, they're the best team. There's a couple of caveats. They have not only McCaffrey, you mentioned he's injury prone. Debo's always kind of in and out of the lineup. Kittle's always banged up. You mentioned Trent Williams. So there's more of an injury concern with San Francisco than you have with some of these other teams. The other thing, like, even though they're better than the Chiefs, and you power rate them ahead of the Chiefs just like I would, neutral field, 1 game to win. Are you taking them over the Chiefs? Because it's still Mahomes. It's still 1 game, like we talked about at the open here. Hey, it's Mahomes. It's 1 game to win. You take Mahomes. So it's interesting. Like, even though the 49ers are better, I'd have a hard time taking the 49ers on a neutral field over Mahomes and the Chiefs. But to me, they are the best team. You just worry about the injury. So, like, let me ask you right now, neutral field, it's a pick 'em. 49ers and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Who are you picking?
Well, I'm probably going to do the same thing that I've been doing, like I did tonight with Patrick Mahomes. If he's less than 3 as a favorite or an underdog, I can't bet against him until I get beat. So
and you're going against your power ratings, in other words, right?
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, you don't want to necessarily be a slave to your ratings, or sometimes you got to handicap situationally, and I know that you do the same. My usual partner here on this program, Matt Humans, does the same. So there are certain things that can't be quantified, like in terms of looking at DVOA or looking at any advanced stats or whatever your power ratings are. So that's one of those things where it's like, you know what? I just got to go with it until it burns me. So we shall see how that turns out. But I think that 18-1 on Brock Purdy or whatever, if you get a little bit of a better number, that's kind of the play down the board if you don't want to go with the favorites. Meanwhile, interesting market here with the Coach of the Year. And I believe these were from DraftKings before action began tonight. Dan Campbell plus 1.25. D'Amico Ryans, who's starting to get that buzz at plus 275. Mike McDaniel at 550. Kevin O'Connell 9-1. Then you see Mike Tomlin at 15-1. That Steeler voodoo didn't get there yesterday, but it's gotten there most of the season. By the way, that team is 6-4 and still has not outgained an opponent. It is absolutely amazing. They ended up with the loss, though, and not a win yesterday as Cleveland got the W, which is why I'm a little surprised that Kevin Stefanski is 28-1. He's got this Cleveland team at 7-3. He's had to use Deshaun Watson, he's had to use P.J. Walker, and now he's had to use Bishop Gorman and Las Vegas' own Dorian Thompson-Robinson as a starting quarterback, and he actually had a 4th one. Josh Dobbs, remember, got let go in camp. So, 4 quarterbacks he's had that started different games in this league. 28-1, Will, I think that's kind of high.
The downside of that is they gave it to him, what he win, 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So they don't like to give this award like twice in 3 or 4 years. It's kind of the new kid on the block award. I think, to me, the best bet here is Tomlin at 15-1. You get the Bengals twice. Now you're going to get him without Burrow. If they can get to 10 wins, he's never won this award. I don't think he's ever finished in the top 5. Sort of like Dable last year, where Dable was the star of the team. They didn't have a lot of talent. The first thing you hear about the Giants when the media is discussing them is, hey, what a job Brian Dable's done. You get the same sense with Tomlin, where you talk about the Steelers. Oh my goodness, I can't believe Tomlin wins games with this team. So if he can get him to 10 wins, get him in the playoffs, I think Tomlin's got a really good shot. Now, hell, if Campbell gets the Lions to 13, 14 wins in the 1 seed, a team that's not very good,
then they're going to give it to him.
They're probably going to give it to him, but I'm not looking to take plus 125 here. I don't think that price is justified. I think Tomlin has a shot at 15-1. That's probably the best bang for your buck right now.
Go to VSiN.com/subscribe to become a VSiN Pro subscriber today.